Good evening. Welcome to another episode of HellsGate. Today, I'd like to talk about hopefully it's not a hypothetical, but it'll actually be a journey of one of my castles and trying to upgrade it from a very weak P1, which it currently is right now, and try to get it up to at least a P4, maybe P5. Try to get about 100 million power, but more importantly, try to have some pretty strong troops in here. So basically, you're going to be trying to convert this castle that I've had for how many years have I had this castle? At least 3 years. And trying to convert it from its role from a farm to more of a attacking and defending a castle. And why would I do such a thing? Granted, everyone's time is limited and don't have a lot of time to work on multiple castles, but this really stemmed out from the recent transfer that happened back on July 17th between all the kingdoms. And yeah, there's some confusing stipulations and some restrictions as to how many could transfer being P6 and stuff. And so I found myself that a group of friends that we thought we were all going together. Well, some had changed their mind. They decided to go somewhere else. So I was torn between where do I send my main castle and where and if do I send other castles to. And this is one dynamic of the game that there is a social aspect to the game that sometimes based on what you hear from Clash of Kings and all that, it's kind of underappreciated. But people make friends, and then all of a sudden you're faced a situation of that they're leaving to another kingdom, and the challenges of being able to stay in touch with people. And so I decided that I would at least send a castle over just so I could facilitate the ability to keep in contact and still be able to do activities with them. The only shortcoming to this plan was that I sent a castle that is pretty much useless in doing anything except gathering. So, and I didn't want to be inviting my castle to be plundered by all my friends either. So, so here's some details of this castle here. Like I said before, I've had it for at least 3 years. As you can see by the power right now, it's only got 6.3 million power to it. And a couple days ago, it was more at about 5 million power, and that's just because I started assigning some equipment to some of my heroes, and I got a huge boost in power. But if we look at some details of this castle here, total power 6.3 million, lore power just small, 144,000. Lore level on this currently is only 36, so not really high in terms of some of the other typical castles that are in the high 40s. True power got 1.2 million at the moment, but the ones that I'm looking to improve more, I got building power at 1.1 million, and the science power is just under a million. So I'm looking to increase that amount significantly. And then, as a consequence of things, the equipment power will also go up as well. And then, of course, my trap power, I hardly have any traps, so I'll be upgrading the fortress there and getting more traps in there. But, my goal right now is to be able to get this to be more of a respectable castle. Right now, it can't take any hits from the dragon or from the Dark Knights. Even I think a level 1 would probably flatten this castle at the moment. But, but pretty much I wanted to do an overview of what's in the castle because I'm going to be rapidly going through some details. But don't worry, at the end, I've kind of made a list of things that I plan on doing to the castle. And this list is kind of actually related to, the old question that you hear from people is, what do I do with my castle to make it stronger? So that's literally what this video is about: is how do I take a very weak castle and make it into a strong one? And obviously, I don't have 2 years to do this, so it's not that long of a pet project. But I'm hoping with some strategic investments in here, and unfortunately, there will be a little bit of money spent on this. But though just a little bit of investment in here, it'll help expedite some things. But more importantly, is focusing on, well, what does it actually take to make a castle strong? So let's go through some details of the castle. Try to keep this video to a reasonable length. So some of the things to focus on here is look at my military buildings. I have one level 30. Everything else is under level 30, so I have only one thing that can produce a T10. Otherwise, everything else is at T9s. So that's one shortcoming. Units advancement at the moment, I have been upgrading these off and on. They're at level 10, 12, 11s. So just getting started. Currently, I got a little bit of a stockpile of Lucky Stones, so I'll be able to upgrade them with a few more levels, but they still need more work. Going over, start from the far left over here, working my way through. I did upgrade my cannon so I can make grenades. Not too important at this time. I do have the bank. I'm currently investing, 2 sets of 10,000 gold to get that interest on that. Don't have access to any of the other buildings in here because I'm not P5. I'm only P1. Hero Palace. What do we have for heroes? Here's the heroes that I have, and some of these I just got recently with the new hero recruitment activity in here. But I do intend on getting some more heroes in here that are specifically needed to advance and be able to be economical with the resources. And some of the things just going through here, one of the ones that I want to get is the Julia hero, because that allows you to get some free resources. Another thing too is that she also, you can put the bachelor equipment on her, and that helps you get more research stones for researching. Another hero that we could purchase as well is the Bartholdi, and this one I am actually not going to get. The only thing that he's currently useful for is if I was able to get the creator equipment on him, and then it would allow me to rapidly upgrade all my resources. But aside from that, his value really comes later when you're trying to upgrade to a P6. That's when he really counts. So I'm not going to do anything with him. Next one is Sonya, who's the related to the Sage Tower, helping get in free research there. I think, we could, the God of Harvest, that's another one that I'm considering getting, just to help out with getting quick resources. But that one I'm on the fence on as to whether I want to do it or not. But those are the few main heroes. And then later on, I will be doing some upgrade of the civilization temple, so I can unlock the other heroes. I have to get them up to level friendly, but we got the Valkyr, we've got the other ones in here that are highlighted. The one needed for Yamato civilization, the one needed for Hoexha civilization. These you can get for free, but you just got to upgrade the popularity of your civilization temple. Okay, so what else do we have here? Research. Here's the college. Well, let's go from left to right. So let's go back to the Sage Tower here. I have upgraded to 5 already, so I can do some research. Particularly, I plan on doing stuff in Eternal Life, get my health up, Book of Battles, get defense and attack up and going. And then eventually there's the Book of Balance here as well. So I'm going to be focusing probably more on military, just to put focus on that. Likewise with the college here, there's some research items to do, but some of the things in addition to military, one of the things that I want to do is that we're going to be attacking monsters a lot, and right now my monster marching speed is extremely slow, so I'll be focusing on trying to get to this level, which that requires a Prestige 1 college in order to get there. But it's on the to-do list eventually. But more importantly, in terms of other march speed, we'll be researching, cartography. So where's my next level at that I need to do research on? Here's a level here in the military area, and then likewise in advanced military. There's the Map Master, so I'm actually researching that one, and I'll be researching. I thought there was another Map Master in here later, but maybe not. But pretty much, if I do a march, it's so slow that and time's important. So when I want to do stuff, I don't want to be waiting for a march to happen, in 1.5 minutes. Eventually, they'll get quick enough that they can turn around real quick. So, with some other things in here, we've got our fortress for traps. We've upgraded that. We got our research items, our resource tiles, or income plots in here to work on, and we'll be making equipment for forging. Just get some things going here. And so, what do we need to do in order to make this castle bigger and better? Plus, I only have one castle, so I can't do any farming. So everything's going to have to be done by other events. So just to kind of do a real highlight, over here in our tavern, there is the daily rewards. It is key to be able to go through and open up all these chests. The second to last chest, I've already opened it, but that gives you a ton of resources in there. And then when you get to the last chest, you also get some experience, some prestige badges, and also crusade orders that allows you to do additional marches against the alliance bosses, the Nyans and the Griffins. But it's absolutely important to be able to complete that. Another item important to complete is the hero trials, to be able to finish these, because these give you various things. Let's see, this does give you the rewards here, but basically you get blueprints, hero shards, and experience. And all those help out with upgrading your experience on all your heroes so they can do more stuff and wear more important equipment. Another item to be done on a daily basis that takes time is the Dragon Tower. You want to go through this. Here's your rewards display. Shows you everything that you can earn with your first kill, and then after that you can just do a wipeout, and it shows you what we can earn there. But basically, here the initial floors, all these help you upgrade your dragons. The more you upgrade your dragons, the more skills they have, and and the more they can help you out with various tasks as well as attacking. But in your first kills, there's a lot of stuff that's helpful for upgrading. You got your equipment, you got your prestige badges, you got your magic stones, you got your dragon flames, and other stuff to upgrade your dragons. And eventually, if you can get up to the higher floors, then you start seeing something here that's called reforging stones, as well as you got VIP things that help you upgrade your SVIP level. So, likewise, you have to SVIP level. I'm only at number 8. I want to get to number 10 so I can get into the exclusive shop. Once I'm in there, I can actually buy things. And right now it's not active, so I can't do anything. So that's one thing I want to be able to upgrade on. So, and some of the important things to do is, in order to increase my strength, I mentioned the college, the Sage Tower. The next one's in the Civilization Temple under Ancestral Spirit. And here's where you can upgrade your defense, health, attack. There's also offensive damage, defensive damage, and all these are possible as long as you get civilization crystals. And where do you get your civilization crystals? You've got a fortress here, and you have certain levels, and they produce a certain amount. And if you want to earn more income, you have to be able to upgrade your fortress. And in order to upgrade your fortress, you need something that's called a civilization relic, as well as upgrading your popularity. But the only way how you can get your civilization relics is to go out and to do rallies on the Griffin monsters, is what they are out right now. For a while, they used to be called the Nyan monsters. And I'm trying to spot one right now. Can't find it, so we're going to do a search for one for monsters. It's a unique monster. Here we go. Here's one. Giant Griffin. And these you have to rally. And here it gives you a list of some rewards that you can get. There's the Holy Badge. There's Angel Wings. Those are needed to make the Holy Asylum equipment set, as well as Archangel equipment set. And you can also get other various equipment and stuff. problem is with my castle right now is that if I was to rally even a level 12, which is the lowest monster you can do, I hardly put a dent into it. So I have to increase my strength. So I've been talking a little bit. So what I need to do is I kind of need to summarize some things in here and talk about some of the ideas that I just talked about in here. So I made a nice list to keep track of stuff, and this is kind of my list to do in order to make achieve my goal. And some of the key things is set your goals, make a plan to achieve those goals. Figure out what the steps are, and follow the plan. So here we go. So the first thing is, I need T10, T11 troops. I need the stronger troops. My T9s, they're more for defense. I need attacking troops, and that will help me get the Nyan monsters or Griffin monsters done, and it'll also help me kill the regular monsters. I need to make equipment sets that have initial strong attack. At the moment, I can't make the Holy Asylum equipment. I can't make the Archangel equipment. So what I can do is that I can make what's here known as their level 30 equipment. There's the Asylum Bow, which is under weapons, the Sword of Death, which is under weapons. There's also the Death Mask, which is a helmet, and the Spiral Crystal, which is a ring. You can start making those at a white or green level, which involves minimal number of blueprints, which is also another item that's tough to get initially. And then you just upgrade it using the generic level 30 equipment sets, and you synthesize them to get them more powerful. And so, you get up to green and blue pretty quick, and then after that, eventually you get into purple, then orange, then eventually gold. But if you do all that, then you can get an ability to get an attack level on the order of 400 or 500, which helps you do pretty well in terms of doing this next mission here, which is attacking monsters. What's the reason why you want to attack monsters? Well, it gives you Lord and Hero skills, gives you resources, gives you information on the military array, which is a good troop buff, and the most important thing is it gives you popularity, and with the popularity and the civil relics, it gives you popularity, which allows your ancestral spirit to upgrade to higher levels. In order to attack these monsters, I need more speed. Right now they're so slow. Also need to increase stamina recovery so you can keep on killing monsters. You need to do research in your College and Sage Tower. Here again, kill the Nyan or the Griffin Alliance monsters. Start with level 12s, and as soon as you can start killing those regularly, then start working on trying to kill level 21s. It's usually easier to get them in packs, so if you're part of Alliance, you can join up with someone and get a better chance to be able to kill them. Otherwise, if you're on your own, level 12 is the first obstruction. Get more civilization crystals. Those are done by upgrading your fortress, and you also get them in the daily events as well. Here, lots of research. So in addition to College and Sage, there's your ancestral spirit. Here's the heroes: the Julie hero, Sage hero, Harvest hero. Upgrade your popularity, to help get the dragons and the heroes, because then you can actually put positions in your heroes and help you out with your buffs and in terms of troop training, health, research speed. There's various things to sign the heroes on. And as I talked before, complete daily events. Participate in as many events as possible. You get free rewards that way. Recruit as many heroes as you can. Do daily events of doing the Dragon Tower. Here it shows all the stuff that you can get as rewards. And doing the hero trials. So it's a long list of here. This is very similar to some of the stuff that we've seen in terms of typical daily events. But and I've said this in some of my other videos, is that if you follow all these events and all stuff like this, you really don't need to worry about gathering too much, and you definitely don't need to be worrying about having farms to plunder so you can get more resources. So the goal is to get this stuff by being active and doing events, and hopefully we'll be able to upgrade this castle to something that's no longer something to laugh at right now. So again, I appreciate your time. So this is kind of a pet project of mine. See if I can get a weak P1 and make it into an intimidating, strong P4. That's a relative term because some of even P6s will squish this like no problem, but we'll see how it goes. So I conclude this video. I hope it's not too long. Just trying to give an overall picture here, and all this for being able to stay in touch with friends and doing activities with them. And please subscribe and give me comments, any questions, and I'll be doing an updated video on this maybe once a week just to show where I'm at. But right now I'm only at 6 million in terms of overall power, and 990,000 in terms of research or science power. So we'll see how it goes. Thank you very much, and have a good night.